I want to bring in someone else who was right there at the center of the Anna Nicole Smith saga, Debra Opri. She was an attorney who worked on the court case. Hello there, Debra. Anna Nicole's drug use was a big issue, of course. Debra joining us from Hollywood tonight. So, Debra, you heard Dr. Kapoor's statement. Based on that, do you think that Dr. Murray should be held criminally responsible for apparently failing to say no to Michael Jackson?
I see things a little differently. I'm not looking at this case from a doctor's point of view. I'm looking at it as an attorney. There's a difference between the Anna Nicole case where she had prescription medication, she got sick, flu, and there's something about using and prescribing propofol. Propofol is a serious drug. And from what I understand, it doesn't belong outside of a hospital, and it's a 24-hour surveillance drug. So there's a big difference between Anna Nicole and Michael. As far as this entourage thing and the prescribing of medications and who says yes and who says no, here's the bottom line. Let's reverse it. It's not what Michael Jackson or Anna Nicole or anybody else may want and dictate and instruct and demand. It's a doctor has a license. I'm a lawyer. I have a license. If a client says to me, I want A, B, and C, and the doctor who has a license is asked for A, B, and C, it's the doctor's duty to say no. Exactly. And if the doctor doesn't say no, guess what? He's getting charged with manslaughter. And that's exactly where Murray finds himself.
Debra, I got to jump in here. There is something that may not be such good news for Conrad Murray. We learned today many of the jurors are Michael Jackson fans. And there was also big news about whether Michael Jackson's kids will testify. Debra, Danny, stay where you are, please. Okay. I want to bring back defense attorney Debra Opri, who's joining me from Hollywood tonight. Debra, it really surprised me that so many jurors are or have been Michael Jackson fans. Could that be a problem for Dr. Murray?
It's not a problem if they follow the instructions that they're going to render an unbiased deliberation and verdict. So that's not the issue I have. The issue I have is how many of those 5 women and 7 men are parents who are going to sympathize with Katherine Jackson, who will be sitting in that courtroom every single day. It's going to be that connection they feel to her as a mother of a man who died, a father himself, and what are they going to bring in their deliberations from that connection. That's the thing that everyone should really be concerned about, rather than how many people loved Michael Jackson's music, me included. We all did. We all did to one degree or another.
And speaking of kids, Showbiz Tonight can also report tonight we have confirmed that Michael Jackson's 2 oldest children want to testify. I'm talking about 14-year-old Prince Michael and 13-year-old Paris. Both have said they do want to tell what they saw, what they know on the day, from the day that their dad died. But just last week, Jermaine Jackson, right here on Showbiz Tonight, telling our own Kareem Winter, the family doesn't even want Michael Jackson's kids to attend the trial at all, to say nothing of testifying. Debra, talk about sympathy. If Michael Jackson's kids get up there and testify, I mean, should they even be allowed to do that? Because obviously it was a huge trauma what they went through. Even if they want to testify, should they be allowed?
It's not unheard of for children to testify in criminal cases and, in fact, in family law cases. But Katherine Jackson is the guardian of these 2 minor children. Will both of them testify? Probably not. May one of them testify? I would imagine that there will be a ruling set down by Katherine. I mean, she's the matriarch, and her word is considered at all times, and maybe even the last word. I think she will basically say, unless and until it is absolutely necessary, i.e., Prince has something that no one else has to offer to this case, and it's absolutely necessary to proving the case that Michael should not have died, then and only then will I allow it. Do I see Prince testifying? No. Do I ever think Katherine will allow those 2 children to sit in that courtroom? Absolutely not. They will not be there.
It'll be very interesting to see what ends up happening. Things getting underway again tomorrow. Debra Opri, we thank you very much.